It was on the.
Shim.
Nah, man. It was on a set.
Was on the set, was that
No,
on the track?
never. You can't make it. I'll take it. I take it. Never take it. I fucking can't remember.
You know what? I know the bar. I can't remember it.
As you're going on. That's on a song, innit?
I'm sure it is. Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember,
Positive
man.
it is.
I hate that.
Positive it is.
But that's when I first listened to the NODB, man. That was fucking mad.
How was sick that was.
And your bars are crap, actually.
That's when I first heard of Devilman and that. Remember Devilman was on the sets and that.
Everyone used to love him in college.
Trust me.
Poison in my egg fried rice.
All my long song.
He's mad, isn't he? He's a mad guy.
It is what it is.
He was different.
He's a different.
Still going though.
He's still going.
He's still about.
going.
He's still doing bits.
Fair play to him.
They all are, innit?
Yeah.
That's the madness. Deadly's killing it.
How old's fucking?
But they was going from young though, innit? Like,
they were going from our age, innit?
So younger than us.
Were they younger than us as well?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Man's shocked and at the shock factor.
I thought it was all around the same age.
Hit him like a ton of bricks that day.
Shit. Wow. That surprised me a little bit.
So all go on then,
not a lot, man. What are you saying, Ricky? What's your week been saying?
Chilling, man. Working an easy one. Made me working hard though. That's normal, though, innit?
I need to get rid of this chewing gum, man. I'm clapping my gums in the mic.
People just turn off if they keep people.
Yeah. And there,
have you seen that black woman that crunches loads of food in that on like YouTube? She's got like a YouTube channel, and she just got one of them special mics that get like they're really sensitive, and she's like just eating anything like crunchy things, and just people love it, but some people like it.
There's a phobia in it, an actual.
There's a phobia of it, and
when people eat with them.
And then there's people that they kind of like that shit. You know, there's weird people fetishists. Yeah, man. Some weird
chew this for me, baby. Chew this for me.
I beg you, chew this for me, darling.
Oh yeah, chew this.
It. Let me see what that crunch is like.
Yeah, man. Chew that spring onion for me, baby.
You hate onion as it is, ain't
it? Nah, you know what? I'm on it.
You growing up,
bro?
I
had some flatbread thing from a place called Coffee One yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Flatbread, couscous in it, some Mediterranean flatbread couscous with this yogurt thing.
Do you know how proud I am?
Red onion, peppers.
Do you know how proud I am of this geezer? This geezer, you'd order pizza, he'd be like, has it got onions on it? I don't know. And he'd lift up the cheese and go through.
It's ruining the pizza.
Lift up the cheese and they're in still.
Onions are just...
Oh, raw though.
You'd get halfway through any onion. You wouldn't eat onion at all. You get halfway through the pizza and they'd be like, "Nah, I tasted onion."
If I can taste onion, that's it. I'm not gonna eat it. I'm not gonna eat it.
Man. You know, it's his mind playing tricks on him.
Yeah, man, I can't do it. But now, red onion. I like red onion.
Raw,
I love red
cooked,
onion.
obviously.
Don't you eat raw as well? I eat raw as well.
Eat raw onion.
Come on, man. I'm eating onion now.
Do you mean like a sandwich and?
An onion on a sandwich.
Yeah, people have cheese. You know them
cheese and onion.
Yeah, man.
We have to smell it.
See, I can't go that far yet.
Bro, that's why I'm coming munching freaking chewing gums. Are you mad?
It's not for me. Not for me.
Man. I have the garlic, fucking onion, coffee, everything, dog. So I'm gonna have to walk with chewing gums on deck.
Your breath must smell.
Painless, bro. Pains.
Got that school teacher breath for that. Remember that?
Is it
I
true?
don't have it back to back. No, don't get it. I eat my cup of coffee, drink my cup of coffee with my onion sandwich and that.
About to say, man,
my cheese on the side.
Is it true though? Like if you eat a lot of garlic, it comes through your pores in the end. If you eat loads of garlic, like so, you start actually smelling of garlic.
I don't know how true it is.
I've heard that, but really,
you must have to eat lots of garlic.
No, Darren will hear this eventually. I was going to say, let's put Darren to the test. Let's put Darren under the microscope and put him on a garlic challenge.
He probably would do it as well.
He would do it. He would do it. Yeah, he would do it to Darren.
Darren's up for
He's got to eat garlic for every meal.
Guys, if you're listening to this, you've been nominated. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Darren's like,
as you can see.
There's two of us.
You don't care.
Fuck Darren. We don't need him. We've fired him, kicked him out.
Yeah, he left the podcast.
Don't need Darren anymore.
He kept forgetting his headphones, so
we just had enough of him.
Still ain't got no mic stand either.
We had to let him go.
liability, man.
And he knows now. Like he's finding out with everyone else at this current time. Sorry,
yeah,
Darren.
we don't like you, Darren. We've never liked you. You're now off the podcast. So now we're the three left on the podcast.
We're three, but we're holding applications from. No, we're joking.
We're kidding. He's
we love Darren.
Imagine he took it serious though.
Darren.
Darren switched off before this fight. He's kicking up.
Darren's cool. Darren's cool. He's on a little weekend break in Berlin. Gone to watch
living life,
watching some football and that, and travelling around.
Looking for
I think he's got some business opportunities out there as well, but I won't go into it because it's
leave that.
It's his little thing, yeah. So yeah,
Darren,
good luck to him, and we'll see him next week.
Still.
Yeah, man.
Sick one.
That's good, man.
Traveling, exploring,
traveling, exploring, and business opportunities.
Have you seen the weather out there as well, bro? Every picture.
Man's in shorts and
boiling,
jealous, man.
Blue skies, hot.
Jealous bastard.
It might not be that warm. It might just be.
It's warm, bro.
Yeah, man's pretending he's got the lights out. He's got the spotlights.
It's like 11 degrees
quick,
and that.
Take a picture of my coat.
There's one thing though I need to Darren, take better pictures. He can't. He's really bad at taking pictures, man. They're always blurry. I keep telling him, just hold it steady. Get a good angle. He just
take the pointers from Richard. Have you seen Richard's Instagram?
I love you, Darren.
He's the fucking king of the
I can relate to Darren, you know, like
the king.
You take a picture and you're like, and then you moved and it takes it after you've moved.
Yeah.
Take it when I press the button.
When I've been everywhere, Darren, I've gone everywhere with him, done everything with him, and like I take pictures of him. He's got pictures that last a lifetime. He looks amazing. And then I'll ask him to take a picture of me while we're travelling. And
there's always that one friend.
It's always shit.
I'm asking Darren.
Yeah, man. I'm like, just take take it the way I take it. I can't.
Life memories just a blur.
I know. So I'm not bashing Darren. I'm not bashing. I love that. He's my boy. He's like my best buddy. He's a good buddy.
What's that on a laptop? Harvard says vegetarian diet could prevent 1 in 3 early deaths.
Yeah, I wanted to bring this up today.
That's you know. 1, 2.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Yeah, basically, what I found was, there's a study must have gone in Harvard. Some let's see what it is. Yeah, researchers at Harvard have found. Well, they've come up with the conclusion that a vegetarian diet, plant-based diet, can prevent 1 in 3 early deaths. So there's the more studies they're doing on these plant-based diets, the more that's coming out saying it's improving people's health and stopping people dying early. And this is not taken into account.
Man, put the finger up if you're watching. Man, put the finger up.
Basically, it's a British professor, David Jenkins from the University of Toronto.
Yeah.
Basically, he's saying the benefits of vegetarianism have been undersold. So, as we all know, obviously. And
all right, mate. Calm down. Bit of extremism here.
Humans following a simian diet. You ever heard of a simian diet?
Nah.
It's similar to gorillas.
Gorillas,
yeah. So instead of a paleo, you know, the big paleo trend and that, everyone's having. Instead of meat, you're doing a simian diet, a gorilla diet. So you only you're eating leaves, stems, vine, fruits. Yeah. Just plant-based. Yeah. That's why I hate vegetarian, vegan, blah blah blah. It's a plant-based diet, isn't it?
Plant-based diet, yeah.
So
unless you're eating Oreos and that.
Exactly. You got some vegans.
Do you eat Oreos? Are Oreos friendly?
I know I eat. Yeah, you can eat. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just asking. I don't know what's friendly. Anyway.
No, it's friendly. It's friendly. But I think what Ricardo was meaning, you got some vegetarians and vegans that go, I don't eat meat. Haven't eaten meat for like 3 years, and then you'll see their diet, and you'll see their diet. All they eat is chips, cheese pizzas, chocolate. You know what I mean? Just all that crap. So that
sounds like me sometimes.
But basically,
just running Ricky down on the side.
They're saying a vegetarian diet could actually reverse certain health problems by the same margins commonly used medications called statins. You know, heart medicine. Yeah. So instead of taking these statins, you can switch your diet up, which is proven already. Plant-based diet people have done it, and they've reversed heart disease or lowered it or made their chances better. You know what I mean? There's so. I'm a shining example. I'm not even gonna. I had a gastroenteritis, messed up my stomach, battered it. I had acid reflux, and they're saying there's no cure for acid reflux. That's what they're saying. Yeah. So for about a year and a half, I was trying to changed my diet. I was still eating meat and that, trying to change it, and nothing was working to stop this acid reflux. And I'm telling you, it was bad, man. And I thought I was having heart attacks, everything for over a year, man. It's horrible. It's the worst feeling in the world, man. It's painful. And imagine having that every day. With you eat anything, you get heartburn. You drink anything, you get heartburn. And then last year, football with T. He told me he's a vegetarian. I looked at him. I was like, shut up, man. Look at it.
I remember. I'm sure I got in the picture about
specimen. I was looking at this specimen of a man. I was like,
you can't shape them times.
Trust me, he's in. Yeah,
so you're not now.
When I was a stone.
You're not now.
In my prime.
He's still in shape, man. But no, he's in good shape, man.
Yeah.
So I was looking at him. I just thought, if he can do it, man, I can do this. So I did it, and bro, I've got no acid reflux.
Changes a lot. It changes way more than you
just going plant-based.
Imagine,
and I mean plant-based. I'm not talking about. I'm just gone off meat. I'm eating cheese sandwiches and that. No, I'm eating lots of beans and vegetables. A proper plant-based diet. You know. So I'm proof that it can happen and it does work. And I'm telling you now, I do not get it anymore.
Well, so from you, man. Like I think I've said it before, man. I've adjusted my diet and I eat way less meat than I used to. Still eat meat. I'm not going to deny that, but I've eaten less. But I want to know, why have you changed your training to cardio? What's pushed you in that direction, but not even pushed you? What's motivated you in that direction?
It's bare heavy lifting, man. Like, takes its toll, innit? Joint pain, injuries.
You got to adapt. You got to adapt.
And I've been training that way like the whole time, always heavy. I hit PBs and that, and then after that, body was just breaking down. Man. Because the style of training I was doing. So from powerlifting style, you can't maintain it all the time. No. It takes its toll. So then, through being injured, I had to step back, reevaluate, and then when we started doing this, you were talking about yoga with lower back pain and that, and then I started doing that, and then from that, I just kind of changed, and then I've watched Timothy Sheaf videos and that.
No.
So Timothy Sheaf, he's a vegan and it, but he does he's got a video about doing body weight, but in the same rhythmic sense as yoga, and it's a slow and controlled with your body weight and that.
So not like calisthenics.
It is calisthenics, but it's with yoga, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that same breathing and slow movement pattern with your body weight. And then it's just, since I've evaluated it, I'm not ego training no more, so then I'm just trying different things now.
And he's a British free runner.
Yeah, he used to do parkour and that, and he was on
he's on Ninja Warrior as well.
Ninja Warrior. He won it, innit?
Fair play to my man.
He won Ninja Warrior still.
Hold tight, Timothy Sheaf.
And also, remember that fucking, what's it called? Winter Beast, didn't it?
Yeah.
When I did Winter Beast, I wasn't training properly. I was lifting bare heavy weights. And from doing that, then I realised, bro.
Yeah, and you saw, because I trained for that, innit?
Yeah.
So you saw
the difference.
Training.
Yeah.
So it does show that training can, and that was only a short amount of time. I only started running for 2 months and before that. So it shows what, in 2 months, I ran 10 miles in with ease.
Easy. So what's your training saying now? Because you're back in the gym now, innit?
Yeah, I'm back now after my slip disc and that. Just again, I've adapted in it, so I'm lifting a lot lighter. Yeah. But more reps, more body weight stuff.
Do you feel better for it now? You've had your break and you've been doing your yoga. Do you feel?
Yeah. My body feels like it's recovered, man.
Yeah.
Like my other joints and stuff, because I was getting pain in other places.
Yeah, you do.
I think I just needed a break, man. And I think it's the ego thing. You know, when you get off the gym and that. You feel like you're getting, I don't know, chubbier and flabbier and weaker, you got to get that out of your head, man. You got to let your body rest.
Once you get back in the gym and you start training again, your body adapts back to it, and it muscle memory.
You know what you're saying? Because my body shape has changed.
Yeah.
A lot.
You can see, man. I remember when I went camping. Remember when I took my top off and Rudge was like, "What the fuck, Rich?"
Yeah.
He was like, because I changed.
yeah.
He said, "Oh my god, you look so trim."
Wanted to stroke his body.
Rudge,
it's bad.
Rudgy, man. He was like, "Oh, you look."
Don't surprise me.
Nah, I don't.
He's like, "You look so trim, Richard. So trim." That's how Rudge actually sounds.
Look here.
Yeah, look at you, Rich. You and your vegan diet.
I just want to touch you.
I just want to touch your body, Rich.
Nah, but I can relate, man, because I was lifting heavy. From lifting heavy to changing it, even how you feel after you've trained feels different. So when you've been lifting heavy weights to when you've done something that's lighter but more functional, you feel like, I don't feel pumped and that.
I think that's what I feel like. I still do miss that. I still want that. But that's why I do a lot of CrossFit type workouts. I wouldn't say I do CrossFit, but I do CrossFit type. So I get that pump I still get that pump. So it helps a little bit.
I've tried to do that, like do supersets on more circuits.
Yeah, do a lot.
Yeah,
man.
It's fucking solid.
Dude,
but you can't even go heavy when you do that.
It's hard.
No, you can't even go heavy. Bro, just do burpees, yeah. What I've been doing is I get on a treadmill, run as fast as I can, 400 meters, get off, 10 burpees, 10 burpees, get back on 400 meters, get off, 10 burpees, do that for do 5 rounds for time, 5 rounds for time. And then try and beat that time next time. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You can do burpees with weights on that. Dumbbells on that, innit?
Don't do them with weight. Those burpees.
Nah, they're one of the hardest things.
I tried to do it with a bar before.
Do you know how many burpees I did up to the run to frigging Spartan? Just because I thought, I ain't going to make it all the way through and I'm going to get to obstacles. You have to do burpees. And I was like, I'm training. I'm making sure if I fail the obstacle, I can do my burpees. Didn't even have to do them, but I think it's because of the fucking burpees.
Shook at them, innit?
Yeah, horrible, man. I hate it. Like, I hate
How many
burpees.
was it? 30 if you can't do an obstacle?
I think so, yeah.
Bro, 30? I was like, when I heard that, I was like, 30 burpees?
Yeah, so horrible. You get into 10.
It's like, it'd be easy.
Yeah,
and then me and T failed that one obstacle, that the whole fucking course. Failed it. And then I did like 5 burpees. I was like, what the fuck? I can't do another. Yeah. T was pretending.
Can't like. He was near the end though.
Then Ricky was just like walking up. I was like, I'm just gonna follow Ricky, man.
But the thing is, it's not like they're gonna stop you and be like, come back now. You've only done this, man. You've only done this, man.
There's like that dickhead one with the arrow that don't stick, and I'm thinking that's
I think you know what, the momentum all the way up to that.
What happened to me? Yeah, it's the only one I failed.
It ruined it, man. The momentum, like I weren't failing any obstacle. I was climbing up ropes, pulling things, smashing it, monkey bars. I get to this javelin thing, throw it, and it's on a fucking rope.
One went through it.
It's all bent.
The thing's bent. I'm like,
one went through the corner. And I looked at the geezer.
That was the deadest obstacle.
I looked at the geezer. He looked at me. We were both just like.
Like, did you know what to tell you got to do?
He's like, shit, man. And then a girl from the other side, she was like, no, you got to do the burpees. You don't count.
So shit.
That was the shittest obstacle.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Nah, the worst was that wall with the holes and the chains.
After that, can't use your feet. Was it?
You can't touch the floor. You have to go across it and you can't touch the floor.
But it's all muddy because everyone else had been on there.
She told me I couldn't use my feet or something.
Yeah, you can't.
You just have to go
crawl across it. Yeah, you can't use your feet.
It's all muddy and slippery.
Yeah, because and you know what pissed me off as well? My time must have been really good our time because we were just blitzing through it.
Yeah.
And then at the end, we're waiting for that wall.
And you have to wait to get over that.
So next, when I do it in June, I'm taking my watch. My own watch.
I'm
going to take my own watch so I can stop it at every obstacle. So I know how fast I can do it.
Yeah.
Because we did it in 40 minutes easy.
The what I did like 15 minutes on.
Yeah.
I'd say.
And it was hard though, man. That wall was big, bro.
Yeah, because the first time I thought, I can just hop this.
Yeah, when you're fresh, when you see the wall and you're fucking fresh, you see it, you're like, that's nothing.
You know how much people was there just hanging, kicking
my legs. Trying to get over.
I'm like, oh shit, I had to restart again. I was like, I can't do that. Because you see how big it is. I thought I could run. Like, hit it with my foot, grab the top, pull myself up. Nah.
That's what I smashed my knee on that wall. I got over though, but I just.
You don't realise how much strength you use the whole course.
Yeah.
So when you're jumping for that last one, you're like, you can't pull yourself up. You're like, what?
I smashed my elbows on the sides, swinging my arms over.
I had cramp in my
because I didn't want to go back down. Jumped over the fire, I had cramp. If you look at my photo, I'm like,
no, it's horrible, man. But I think that Spartan run changed my whole view on like training and
I need to book the next one.
It changed us all. Well, I'm doing the 22nd of June, innit? 22nd of June. I'm doing
what are you doing?
It's in Gloucestershire.
That's not even far, man.
That's what I mean. It's the closest one this year.
I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, I think I want to get.
Because I'm doing the Saturday and Sunday.
We need, like T just said, we need to find probably not the Spartan, something
else,
a little
lower,
just to.
I know there's a super one in July.
Super.
I'm on whatever. I want the trifecta.
I'm doing 2, and then that super. I think I'm doing. You got the sprint.
Yeah. Sprint, super, beast.
See, I'm doing the sprint and super. I need to find a beast before the end of the year, so I can do that. I want to get that trifecta.
I know there's a super in July. It's in Leicester.
Is that?
It's in Leicester.
See,
that's not even far. That's in that we went last. No,
that's where we went for the beast.
The beast, yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. Shit, man. What's going on in the world?
Wow, fuck yeah.
Apart from the royal family naming their baby after me and all that.
Did they named it Louis? Louis. Fucking stupid.
Apparently you can get into Legoland free and that if your name's Louis.
Stupid fucking name.
Blood, I'll thump you off.
There's a few kids called
fucking
Louis.
Louis.
It's going to be the new trend.
I'm only joking. Of course, there's going to be loads of Louis. But do you think there's...
A good friend of ours has just had their baby. They called their baby Louis.
Ah.
Is that like a trending name? Louis.
I know you was playing. You was having a dig at me. I know that. Well, I'm just saying, innit?
Congratulations.
Avid listener. Congratulations, brethren. I'm not going to out your name on the podcast, but congratulations, man.
Congrats.
Little Louis.
Don't you think there's too much attention though on that
on the royal
baby
family,
and that?
That's
the baby thing. Just the baby thing. Anyway,
everything,
like it took over.
Make it a bank holiday and make it a bank holiday. I'm down.
Yeah, yeah.
I celebrate.
Mr. Louis Day. Louis Day.
Louis Day, man. I'm
yeah, it's not like I don't understand the bit. People. If you're into the royal family, yeah, cool. But like plastered over everything.
Tourist attraction, though, innit?
Like a feel good factor in it. Like we had a royal baby.
The ideal family, like the perfect family. Gets people coming into the country. They want to go see the palace. They want to see the princes, the princesses.
I never understood the obsession with the queen, to be honest. Like,
there ain't one. She ain't important.
I'm thinking how
if I die tomorrow, you know why? Being my big mouth about thinking.
I'm not a royalist. I'm not a big.
But some people like proper love the queen. And
yeah.
Look, like you say something bad, they're going to talk to you about it. They're going to tell you what.
I'm going to get attacked now.
I think to myself,
they're coming for me.
Yeah, I was just like, how do you become the queen? Like, how did you get there?
Family, any bloodline.
How did you become the royal family?
Bloodline.
How?
Yeah, but
I don't know the history behind it. I just know it's simply bloodline. Down to blood.
How do you say like how do you say like we're the royal family and then everyone's just like they're the royal family? Like, do you get what I'm saying?
You gotta think these.
How's it caught on? Like everyone's
history. It's deeper. Like once upon a time, the royal family had power, and then
but they haven't now.
It's politicians have got all the power now, and
so why are they?
All the queen has to do is just sign off on shit that they've doing. Yeah, but they're like the main head of power. People used to look at the royal family as they run the country.
Yeah, they ran everything.
But
they
never run it. It's the government that run the country, and obviously the queen just signs off on whatever they tell her she has to sign off on.
Yeah, tell her to.
Yeah, basically.
The government is like the manager at work, innit?
Yeah.
Don't like him. But he's not really in charge.
Yeah. Just the manager. Yeah, the manager.
Just the manager.
Oh, the annoying manager. Yeah, that's me at the moment.
Shit. What's work saying?
I don't wanna. No, it's good, man. It's all right still.
That's all right.
Yeah.
As long as you're enjoying it.
Are you enjoying it though?
Yeah, man. I was wanting to talk. No, what is it? I wanted to. Yeah.
What is he gonna say?
He just caught me in my thing. Oh yeah. The world's first penis and scrotum transplant happened, man.
What? Man's walking around with the next man's piece. You lying.
Ricky looked at me like, what? Nah.
Like, see someone walking around with another man's piece. Basically.
I swear down, doctors in the USA, they've performed the world's first penis and scrotum transplant on a former soldier that got his balls blasted off in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
14 hours? No way, man.
Oh, that's mad.
Wow, inspected to ground. Oh my day. It's the fuck.
Just not informing us, just read the like intrigued reading.
It's the world's. It's not the first penis transplant though.
The first successful.
I think it's successful, yeah. Or it's the most significant transplant to date.
Yeah, but imagine though, like, you've had a transplant, and you go for a piece, and you're holding the next man's things. Then
you're just walking on the next man's things.
And I just walk. Do you think he got to choose if it was like?
What? Sorry.
Yeah, he was like, "Yo, yeah, this one. This one." But I'm looking at this picture as well. You got all the surgeons and doctors around my man in the surgery bed and that.
They're giggling
and they're like, "Yo, we just sewed on your penis." And all this.
That's mad. Yeah, that's a mad picture. Save that picture, send it me. I'll put it up for the watchers.
Yeah, You're getting deep into it on that, man.
No, that's hilarious. No, it's a funny picture still.
You like you're wanting the before and after.
They look fucking proud. Which wants to touch it? Is it real?
Dickhead. Yo, I'm not that obsessed, man. I don't want to touch them.
Oh man, what else is going on in the world?
But what you been on though? Working as well?
Me working, man. What have I been on? Working.
Watching Coco.
Watching Coco, crying. No,
did you make you cry?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Do I ever cry at anything? I'm
the most sad at the song got deep.
Like it's nice and that. It's a nice ending, but it's like sad, isn't it?
Emotionally unattached person. I don't cry at shit, man.
Bro, I was watching. I was like,
I'm really not, man.
Shit. Nah, it upset me, man. It was like was happy, but I was upset. It's weird.
Like there was an armor. There was an armor. Like
Nah,
that's about.
Bro, like, I'm the same, man. I'm not that like emotionally attached to things and that. And I was watching that. I was like, yo, this is. It got me, man.
I'm terrible.
Yeah, the song was kind of touched the nerve, man. I was like, raw.
Raw.
Touched the nerve when they killed the dog on John Wick. That touched the nerve.
Bro.
That hurt me, that did.
You watched John Wick?
Yeah.
I always fall asleep, man.
I haven't watched number 2.
Bro, it's one of the best.
Nah,
you haven't watched number 2 either?
I ain't watched number 2.
I
only watched number 1 the other day, this weekend. No, last weekend.
Bro. My man, yeah.
No, last week. Yeah, last week.
Keanu Reeves plays John Wick.
Oh, you found my man fucks everyone up because they killed his dog.
Because they killed his little dog. Little puppy, little beagle. This beautiful little beagle, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved him as well. Just
Killed
running
him,
around being nice. And they killed him, bro. And they took his car.
Sick dog.
So he goes around and kills everybody.
Because I looked at the
Everyone's scared of him.
the film description,
synopsis.
and it was like the synopsis here, and it's on about seeks revenge after his dog's killed. And I was like, bro, this whole film.
Yeah. That's what I was like at first. I was like, but I know you raved about it, so I was like, Richard always tells me good films. I'll watch it, see what he's saying.
See, the dog was just leading into the bigger story because he's an ex-assassin. Like, he's the best assassin in the world. Like, no one comes close. Everyone's scared of John Wick. Like, there's one point in the movie where this mob boss says to his son, or to some other guy, this guy's let's talk about the boogeyman or something.
Yeah, he's on about the boogeyman.
And he goes,
he's the guy you call to kill the boogeyman.
Yeah, he's the guy you call to kill the boogeyman. Yeah. That's how sick he is.
The kid's just like,
yeah.
Shit.
Fucking Theon Greyjoy, innit, from Game of Thrones.
yeah.
That's why I hated him anyway. He's a dickhead.
Man.
I've always started watching it, and then you know them films, you just start watching it and you fall asleep. Like I always put it on at a dickhead time.
yeah.
At 11:30 at night, and
I'm number one for that.
I think I ain't gonna watch it. I'll just
Trust
watch
me.
it anyway.
Number one for that, man.
I do that all the time, man. I do that as well.
I ain't seen any amazing films since I watched what was it, Maze Runner?
Shit.
I watched all the Maze Runners again.
Shit.
Maze
Watched
Runner.
the third one. The first one was the best one, obviously.
Yeah. The rest
But
with this crap,
that,
man.
yeah.
They were terrible, boring. I don't know.
But went down.
Is the Maze Runner the one, and then they get to the end, and I think they're free. But really, it's just another part of the game.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
It's another part. Yeah, because it's
And
number 2 is carried on, and then break out at the end of number 2. Spoiler alert.
It's old anyway. It's not even new.
It's a book as well, isn't it?
The new one's out, innit? Like the latest one. So if people ain't watched it, they might go back and watch all 3. And
I might need to watch the second one. The first one was alright.
yeah, the first. I like the first one.
It's one of them films you just, if you're gonna watch it, if you've got nothing to do.
It was
on
it got
yesterday, I'm
cheesy,
sure. It's always on TV, isn't it?
Yeah.
I
don't know, man.
I do want to watch that Silent Place. Have you seen that advertised?
Yeah, I watched that.
Have you seen it? A Quiet Place.
I went cinema. It's fucking hilarious. I went cinema to watch it. And it's quiet, and it's obviously man are trying to eat popcorn and sweets.
Just crunching. Because basically the whole film is sign language in that, isn't it?
Quiet, yeah. They use sign language
because there's little monsters.
But then
about.
it's like, obviously there's sound and that in there. Obviously, it's not like dead quiet.
Yeah.
But imagine you stood outside and it's dead quiet. It's like that constantly.
Is it
like
good
you can
though?
hear stuff.
I've heard really good reviews, man.
All the reviews are saying like 8 out of 10. Me personally, I'd say like 3 out of 5.
What? Oh, 3 out. So it's
7
out of 10.
It's 7 out of 10.
Yeah. What?
It's not. For me, I didn't think it was. Oh my god, amazing! I wouldn't watch it again. But it was a good watch. It's different. I'd suggest anyone to watch it because it's different.
I think that's why it got rave reviews because you know how there's loads of films. They're all generic at the moment. Oh, oops.
Hotline bling.
Sorry, bro.
Professionalism. Professionalism.
Sorry, guys. I'll have to call you back because you're probably watching this.
This is what happens when
red button's your call, mate. You know what I mean, kid.
Coats. He just hung up on your coats.
You hang up on no one. Then I let it ring out. That's what I do.
So if it's quiet, you're just reading the whole film basically.
Nah.
There's no subtitles.
There's little
bits of subtitles,
yeah.
but they'll whisper and they'll be like you have to listen out for things and that, and it's just mad.
So it's not like what's that silent film back in the day? It's not Charlie Chaplin.
No, it's not like that.
It's not like with the lights flickering and.
It's like a thriller, innit? Horror thriller type of thing, innit?
Yeah.
Horror thriller
it's
type.
like sci-fi thriller.
When did it come out?
Thriller. It's
not long ago.
There's scenes in it that are fucking. Actually, to be fair,
make you jump in that.
There's scenes in that are sick. Yeah. Make you jump. Kirsty was jumping. Made me laugh, man. Silent cinema, and she's there like.
I watched a good film, Ready Player One. That was good.
I need to watch that. I ain't seen that. I watched a dumb film the other day, 10 by 10. It started out and it had
That
fucking
in a
promise.
cell?
It's
They're
a
in
geezer who kidnaps a woman.
Yeah.
Puts her in a hidden room in a house.
Yeah. I've seen it.
The film starts out strong, sick. Like, it's got all the promise in the world. You get to the end, and you're like, what the fuck was that?
Really?
Yeah, swear down. It's got promise up until towards the end. Daisy, I ain't gonna say too much. Like,
I did go and watch.
It had promise. Someone needs to take that and reinvent it.
So it had promise.
10 by 10. It had promise, but you won't.
I think.
Your own story.
Don't you think there's a lack of original movies at the moment?
That's all recycled, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, that's why I think A Quiet Place got rave reviews. Get Out got rave reviews, because these were like totally new films. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not another fucking remake.
Like Terminator.
Another franchise movie.
Yeah.
I'm bored of it, man.
I'm sick.
Oh, bro.
That was a sick concept.
Have you seen that?
What Happened to Monday?
Another futuristic type film on Netflix.
That's a sick one. It's a Netflix original.
I'll give you the synopsis. In the future, too many people in the world, so people are. It's like they've cut down to one child in it.
Yeah, one child family.
Basically, yeah, but
pretty much, yeah.
This woman has how many is there?
She's seven
kids, but they're like twins, and what would you call them?
I don't know. Sex. It's not sextuplets. It's sextuplets.
7 tuplets.
Yeah, 7 tuplets. But so they name them all day of the week.
Monday,
These
Tuesday,
7 kids,
Wednesday.
They keep them hidden. So you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and they're all the same person in the outside world. So at home,
because they're
whatever day they are. But like, say Monday I'll go out on a Monday, Tuesday I'll go out on a Tuesday. That's Tuesday.
And they all live the same life though, because they've got to.
Yeah.
But just to get them out of the house, innit?
So they go.
But it goes wrong one day, and then I just leave you.
What happened to Monday?
Yeah.
So Monday goes missing.
Yeah, bro. But you've got to watch it, man.
Dum. Is it good though?
Yeah.
No, bro. It's really Netflix films are. I think that's why I like Netflix films. The original.
The Netflix films I've seen is that What Happened to Monday.
Yeah.
Spectra. That was good.
I didn't watch that one.
So Spectra, the one with
where it's got the
ghost,
the electric ghost kind of things. Yeah. That was good.
Doing like a different dimension.
Yeah. That Bright was good.
Bright was whack.
That got whack review. What?
Whack.
Nah, man. I liked it, man.
That was good.
I thought it was really good.
It was good. Good concept.
Shit.
Sick concept.
The concept of it was brilliant, man.
Amazing.
Whack, bro.
Why, bro? Why?
Just watched it like.
Yeah, but give me a reason.
Are you the sci-fi guy though? Are you into sci-fi or are you into like reality, like actual factual shit?
No, not factual films. I'm
a blend. Like,
yeah, I'm open across the board to films, but that film,
everything isn't for everyone.
Like I'm wasting my time.
That's fair enough.
I liked it, man. I liked it.
Shit, man.
No, I thought it was good concept.
There was no go about it. It was just slow.
I don't know. I think it was a film to get a franchise type thing going.
Yeah.
Because that won't be just. I'm sure that won't be the first.
That Hitman. What is it as well? Hitman's Bodyguard.
Oh, that's good. Samuel L. Jackson.
Hitman's Bodyguard
that's
was
funny.
Good. There was another one.
Bear films.
That's what I watch films all the time.
There's another Netflix
with the
one.
Panther geezer.
Yeah, my man. And he got the bike chain.
The King. Tell them the King's here in it. What the fuck?
Something the King.
Because his sister goes missing in it.
Yeah,
bro. Sick film. You'll like that, Ricky.
You'll like that one.
What's it?
Deep. Fox man up with a bike chain. Then everyone. Something the King. I can't only watch it the other day.
Netflix as well.
Netflix, yeah, you'll see. It's got my man.
Because his second name's the King, yeah. But his sister goes missing.
Message from the King.
Because in the film, he gets these geezers. He's like, tell him this is a message from the King, and then but he's like. His sister's gone missing and she lives in America. He's from they're both from South Africa.
Basically, his sister goes missing.
He's come over to find her, and
because he had a phone call after and she was in distress and that, so he's come over.
So he comes over. I'm gonna tell you a spoiler.
Yeah. No spoilers for everyone else. We got listeners. It's not just Ricky.
Me like
you know what I mean?
I tell you what.
The synopsis. That's not
a big list of films.
One more. Sicario.
Sicario's a sick film, though.
Shit.
Is it film buffs?
Sicario 2's coming out as well this year, bro.
What is your Sicario one?
Netflix as well.
The name just sounds good.
Sicario, it's assassin in Spanish, and is it Spanish? Yeah, Spanish. Yeah. So it's like it's about the Mexican cartels.
Yeah.
Fucking sick, man. Sick.
Bad boy film.
Medellin cartel.
Medellin. I'm gonna have to fucking make a list after.
You watch Narcos either?
Watch that again.
Nah.
Oh my.
I've
got too much. I must have too much time, man. I got.
A lot,
yeah, true.
You know what I mean?
I got too much.
No, I don't read, so I watch a lot of films.
I read instead. I watch some few films.
I read and watch.
The last film I watched the other day was this Ip Man.
I love it, man. Bro, in the bit where the Japanese in the karate, and he's just mashing them all up fast, bro. It gets a bit ridiculous though. The more you watch,
it gets a bit like
I could watch the one with Mike Tyson in. I was like, come on, man. Come on, bro.
The first one's the best one.
Yeah, the first because the first one's based on real Ip Man.
Real life,
and the actual Ip Man. But the rest of them is just goes a bit crazy. The Ip Man 4's coming out as well soon, so it's a bit crazy, and it's like Fast and Furious and that.
That's like Ong Bak, though. Ong Bak was sick.
Yeah, the first Ong Bak, yeah.
And is Tony Jaa dead now?
Ong Bak.
Is Tony Jaa dead?
I can look it up.
From drugs.
Do you know, he showed me Ong Bak.
He was on drugs,
remember fucking Undi?
Yeah,
that's the first time I watched it.
Yeah, man.
Like, yo,
put man on Ong Bak. Knees and elbows.
When he fucking fly kicks the jaw.
It's bad, yo.
Hanging from the ceiling. Have you seen that one? When he's on a TV program.
Cinema. Oh, when they've got the thing and they hold the thing high up and he does the flip kick.
Fucking high.
He's not dead, no.
Nah.
He's not dead.
He's still about. He needs to do something. Why didn't he have like a drug addiction or something? Something was going on with him. I can't remember what it was though.
You watched The Raid?
Nah, I want to watch that.
Ooh,
people have been telling me about
big.
Is this what we're doing? We're just going through. You watch
Yo,
this?
I know this.
You watch that?
It's turned into a movie, like a film review podcast and that. Film review.
Trust me, that's dead. But you know, someone in the world listening, they got the notepad out, like writing the films. Yeah, I'm gonna watch this one. I'm gonna watch that.
There's a lot out there, man. If you want to get off the beaten track, away from all them fucking big glamorous Hollywood movies, there's a load of films. Netflix is the one.
Netflix are killing it.
Yeah,
but they've got all like the comedy specials as well now. Netflix are trying to take over.
Chappelle's put his new comedy specials on there.
He's got 2 or 3 on there now.
He's got a few on there.
Yeah, man.
Dave Chappelle's on there.
If Netflix is the new platform.
Thingy Wayans is on there. A couple Kevin Hart's.
Yeah, Wayans. I watched his one. I watched his one the other day at work. Who else is on there?
Who did I see? I didn't like it, man. Chris Rock's, man. I was like,
no,
not Chris Rock.
His new one.
Yeah, Chris Rock. I didn't like it.
His new one.
Chris Tucker one's on there.
I didn't like the Tucker one.
Cat Williams has got one as well.
Williams is good. Cat Williams one's good. That's sick.
Tucker's one's a joke. So.
Did you like it?
Yeah,
I didn't like it, man.
I haven't seen it. I'm gonna watch it.
I don't know. I felt like he's trying too hard. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Kevin Hart, man, go and see Kevin Hart.
I've seen him before, man.
I've seen him before.
About 4 times.
Yeah, you've been like near enough biggest fan.
Nah, I ain't biggest fan.
What?
Nah,
everyone's like, yo, Kevin Hart. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Did
I watch one with you?
I'm sure you lot and Junior went, didn't you?
Yeah, I went with Junior. I think I've been with Junior.
Sure, you went with Junior, didn't you?
There he has. The first time I went, and we went to London. You went London, didn't you? Yeah.
You went to watch Mo as well, didn't you?
Yeah, went to see
Mo the comedian.
No, Mo was jokes,
Bad, man. He was fucking hilarious.
Was he good?
Jokes.
Yo, Joe, shout out.
I'll go to see him again, man. Mo's a bad man.
Mo the comedian.
Hilarious.
Now it looked good from what you showed me because I didn't know how he would make a show out of what
make a show. I didn't know what to expect when I went there because obviously all I've seen is like his little skits and that and him saying funny stuff. I was thinking, what's a full-on comedy? Killed it. Killed it. Smashed it out of the park. Jamaican nursery rhymes.
But going back, man,
smashed it out of the park.
I swear down, Netflix is the one, man. It's like the new platform.
Taking over.
Like I think these big movie Hollywood things now, it's all going like they're seeing Netflix and Netflix are just stealing everything from
Netflix them. They're trying to be the Spotify, aren't they?
But they're kind of ain't it like they've got their own. It's kind of like they got their own writers, isn't it?
They have this. Is Netflix now the Netflix original movies?
Yeah, and the original series. So there's like outsourcing to writers.
They've got original series, original films, and they've got like comic specials. Everything it's there.
It's just Netflix
smashing it, and they're paying big amounts
for $6.99 a month. Fuck, you can't complain, man. You're getting blockbuster movies, bro, for $6.99.
Trust me,
it's true. In abundance.
Yeah.
And they're not coming out in the cinema. Nah, straight to Netflix.
That's what I'm loving about it as well.
Mad.
Because some of them should be. I would watch them in the cinema. You know what I mean?
Netflix and chill for real. Man.
Yeah, bro.
Netflix has got no chill for.
I love Netflix. I hated it at first, like for 6 years.
When it was dead content.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's just old movie.
From there, though.
Again, slow burn, innit? Look at it now.
Because as the money increases, the content
increases because they can afford to pay for the new content and the newer movies. And now they're getting movies that are just coming out and stuff.
There's movies on every week, man. New Netflix. There's so many series on it. It's a joke.
It's too. Sometimes it's hard, innit?
Finding some by accident, bro.
Just clicking for days, man.
That's
I looked. You know the ones by accident. They're the best ones, innit? You're like, yo, I'm so glad I clicked on this one.
Yeah. Or them ones where you let the film or whatever run on, and then it puts it onto something else.
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah.
Something related
so something else would just come up. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Like when you're not paying attention to it.
It's got algorithms on it as well. Like,
so it knows what you watch and knows what you like.
95% match.
Yeah.
55% match. I was like, this is sick. So obviously, the algorithms are wrong and that.
I don't agree with none of them algorithms. I think it's all bullshit.
They're always changing them, aren't they? It's like Instagram and Facebook. They're always chinging the algorithms. It's like, what's the point?
This is a random question. Do you feel like your algorithms reflective of you?
No.
I don't know,
Nah.
It's weird, I think.
Yeah, I go on my Netflix, it's just bare black people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just scroll down my face, down my Netflix. It's just black faces, down black films.
It's like the algorithms,
like
he's learning your personality traits, man. That's what I don't like.
100%. God, and then I'm like, it says popular now.
Yeah,
and I'm scrolling through, and I'm like, how is D-Ray popular? Like, I ain't heard of D-Ray yet, like a comedian, and you're like, how the fuck is D-Ray popular? Why is he popping now?
On your algorithm.
Yeah, it's popping for me, done.
It's kind of cool how it's personalised for you, though.
Yeah,
isn't it? Like it's like personal.
It's cool, but I find it weird.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. How do you know what I like?
But that's how
real. Like,
it's like advertisement and that. It's all
mad,
you know when you're on. Like I just searched something on Facebook. I mean on Google, and I'll go onto Facebook and there's ads there and that.
He's just brought out an update for that. Apple have just brought an update out for that for the is it the Safari browser? So basically, when you go on something like Facebook, it pulls information from like what you're searching and that. But the update on Safari now, when you're searching on Safari, you won't get them ads pop up. You can turn them off. To say like, all right, then you can't take this information. It's blocked from companies.
So they cannot do it.
They cannot do it if you're using that browser.
But I've read something where they've done that, and Facebook have done the same thing. So you can turn it off. Yeah. But you just won't get ads tailored to you.
So
you still get ads.
No, you still get ads. It's not tailored to what
they're not going to take your information. Yeah. Because sometimes I'm like,
that's still better. I'd rather you just.
I'm like big booty and that big boot. I'm like, nah. I'm joking, man. I don't want to know I'm looking at big booty. You know what I mean? Or big dick. I mean,
you'd be looking at that fucking penis transplant fam. You're gonna get advertisements.
Bro,
10% up.
You asked for the picture, bro.
No. Whoa, nah. Fam, was on about the picture of the surgeon.
Send me that.
Send me that picture.
I'm gonna show it. It's alright. You'll see it when the editing comes in. You'll see the picture yourself, though.
They'll hear it before this part. You're like, yo, send me that. I was like, bro.
Fam, it was a picture of the surgeons. That's how I know, man. You don't pay attention.
That's cold talk, bro.
What do you think of this? WhatsApp are changing the privacy policies.
So
basically, in the wake of new EU regulations, they've got to raise the age of people that can use WhatsApp to 16, from 13 to 16.
So they should.
But do you think it'll work? Because I know there's 13-year-olds.
Use anything, Facebook, text messages, whatever you lie about your age, and
that's what I mean. Like, is it going to make a difference?
But it's not going to make a difference. But I don't think young kids should have it unless there should be. You know, you got like a kids YouTube.
Yeah.
There should be.
They got kids Netflix as well.
Yeah. Sienna's got kids Netflix, so she's got kids YouTube, kids Netflix. So then they should have. She's always like, can I go on Snapchat? And it's like, you 6. No, that's
I know what you're saying.
Questions.
Yeah.
But then she turns around to me and says, Dad, but is there a kids Snapchat? There ain't, but there should be. You know what I mean? There should be a child-friendly one. But then it's a case of how do you control that? You know that the kids are on there and it's not groomers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Is anything?
You can't.
There was a breach on YouTube not long ago where people were putting content up and it had subliminal messages in. So it was like. It wasn't kids stuff.
The kill yourself
stuff. It was adults.
Or hurt people.
I'm not sure. No, it was like sex stuff and that. So it was like frigging Spider-Man banging Snow White and that. But like in costume. So they'd be in costume and that. And they'd be messing about like doing sex positions and that. You know what I mean? And then it was on the kids. Because it was classed as child friendly. It was coming up on kids' YouTubes.
I have heard of stuff like that. And
there was mad stuff like that. So it's like, all right then, okay, then you've got the kids, this kids that. But how do you control it?
It's
again,
hard,
it comes down to freaking parents, isn't it?
It's hard to regulate it, man.
Yeah, like you can't depend on a company to regulate something for your child. You need to be in control of that. And
that's my point. I mean? Do you think like as much as people like care about regulating the internet and shit, do you think regulating it is the right way to go? Because the internet is the only place now where you've got freedom to find different information. So I think, like I said, it comes down to parents. Parents should be regulating their children anyway. But, yeah, the companies should be making it harder for people to get access to certain things. Do you think?
Yeah.
I think it's both.
Not completely, not inaccessible. Both. Because, obviously, there's a thin line like with a lot of stuff between frigging legal and illegal. So not everything should be like, okay, then you can't do this because then you're controlling. You haven't. But it's not classed as freedom. Then
what I'm worried about, What I'm worried about is certain information I want to find out about something. So, say a rival political party, but I can't find that because it's. I don't want the internet to be controlled that way. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because if it is regulated that way, that everybody's in everybody's pockets. So Sky are gonna be in. I don't know. Sky would maybe be in the Labour Party's pocket, and then you got EE in Conservatives' pocket.
Yeah.
This is just like
speculation.
And then you got EE putting up their information about certain people, and then Sky. It happens already on the news and stuff, don't it? Because they're owned by. You know what I mean? Yeah. But if the internet gets regulated that way, then they've got power to control the internet in that way as well.
Yeah, it's mad.
And that's what's happening with fake news and shit.
It's like who was it? Anton Deck. Who's my man that's been in bare trouble? Ant.
Deck. No, Anthony. Ant's the black-haired one.
The tall one. Like with him, remember they turned around and they were saying, he was addicted to painkillers.
Yeah.
When actually it was cocaine. And I think it was Simon Cowell or someone on that team, a part of all of that, had rang one of the newspapers. It might have been the Daily Mail or something like that, who had the original story about him being addicted to cocaine.
Yeah.
And they said, if you put the story as he's addicted to painkillers instead of cocaine, I'll give you all these exclusives.
Really?
You know what I mean?
It's like, man, it's nuts.
It's already out there. That shit's being controlled anyway. You know what I mean?
I think the internet kind of falls into components, isn't it? So you got like social media. That's kind of, you could say that's kind of run by a group of people, isn't it?
Yeah, certain
demographic. You got the main ones, isn't it? You got Facebook, all these things, isn't it? So they kind of run that corner of it. But then in terms of censorship for adults, you should be able to censor yourself, and so as an adult, you should have a choice, free reign to search what you want to search, as long as it's not. You have to regulate some things, innit?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, obviously, child pornography and all that shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like,
that's totally different, isn't it? Yeah, that's totally different.
But generally, you shouldn't regulate it, not for adults, but not for adults. Kids. Like, yeah. I don't know how you'd regulate it for kids though. Maybe if you have like a different interface on it, so like on Netflix.
It's just like you've already got frigging parental restrictions and
but you
can get around them.
Go around them.
Kids are smart as well these days.
Kids are smart, but what you've got to think as a parent, you can't like, all right, then you buy, I don't know, your child a tablet or a computer. Yeah. You don't just give them the tablet or computer and get them to set it up themselves. You set it up for them, and this is yours. Like say, when Sienna gets to a certain age, it's going to be like, give me your tablet. Just random checks. I'm randomly going to be checking her shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Give me that. Obviously, until she's old enough, like, all right, then let me check your phone. Why? Yeah. Meh. Did you pay the bill? No. Give me your phone. Did you pay for the phone? Still my phone. You know, I'm going to be checking all that shit. You know what I mean?
I feel like we kind of need a cooperation. So you got the parental restrictions, but then you need, depending on the company or whatever it is, you need the restrictions from them as well. So it meets in the middle.
Some
but then
companies
can you really
do it.
regulate anything for kids realistically? Because
there's always a way around it now.
If I say I'm 18 or something, the only way, but that's high though. So if you go in lower to like 12, 13, how do you prove that you're 13?
Exactly, you can't.
To prove you're over 18, some scenarios you have to provide like
a debit card and stuff.
Debit cards, isn't it?
ID.
Yeah.
Yes. So how do you prove you're 13?
You can't.
What do you do?
You just click. Yeah, I'm 13. You just click it. So well, I don't know, man.
DOB, lying. We've all done it.
I read somewhere as well. This is what pissed me. It did piss me off, man. Daily Mail again. They put EU mad or something like that. Is it EU mad? So you must be joking, but EU must be joking. So you must be joking.
Yeah.
And it was about the EU putting in measures where when we're at the EU, we have to pay for visas to all the countries that we're not part of the.
£6.
Yeah. And then you got so how the fuck are the Daily Mail outraged by that, and people that vote to be out? How can you be outraged and not expect that to happen?
No, it's dumb. Like it's dumb.
We have to pay to get into all the other countries that we're not in the EU. Like I had to pay to get into Dominican. You have to pay a certain fee to get into all the loads of different countries. You have to pay for different visas. So why all of a sudden is it inconvenient for us when we chose it?
Where we asked for it.
If they've chose it, so what's the? I don't understand.
People don't really. I think with this whole Brexit shit, they didn't really know what they were doing. They just wanted to make Britain solo again. They wanted Britain back for them. It's
but what was the big thing at the time? Immigrants.
Yeah.
That was the big thing at the time. Immigrants that weren't in the EU were coming to England,
Yeah.
Britain, which made us vote out the EU. But the immigrants weren't from the EU.
The immigrants ain't going anywhere.
But if you're in the EU, why you're an immigrant? You have free movement in it.
Yeah,
but they're not. This is the thing. But they're moaning about the Middle Eastern immigrants that aren't in the EU. So they voted out the EU to stop the Middle Eastern immigrants getting in here. Yeah. But they're still going to come because they're not in the EU anyway. So that's not going to stop the Middle Eastern immigrants.
They're still going to come as well
and they're going to come anyway.
Them and shit, innit?
The Indians came. The Middle Easterns came.
But did it
the Jamaicans came. No, I'm not saying just come. Yeah, I'm not saying that. But they're just going to come. You're never going to stop getting immigrants. Whatever you do, you can vote in, out.
There's all that system in place, innit? So if you're in the EU and then say I'm in fucking, I was going to say Poland, but that's kind of an obvious one, isn't it? So I'm in where?
Just say Germany.
Germany, and I want to go to England. I've got free reign to go to England because we're part of the same system.
You just get to go in it, yeah.
Like if I was in Jamaica, and you fucking, you're the basically owner of the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
The Commonwealth, you can go in it. Like,
yeah.
That's the system in place, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're the head of the Commonwealth.
Mm-hmm.
So free movement between the Commonwealth is expected in it.
Because
you're seen as the mother country.
Yeah.
In their brackets as the Commonwealth.
Yeah, in brackets. But that Commonwealth thing, that I don't like. It's not proper freedom of movement, is it? It's only freedom of movement for a certain. If you look at it, there's still measures in place where you can't just, even if you're in the Commonwealth, you still can't just up and go to another country free, which still doesn't make sense to me to this day.
That's true, but I'm saying that in terms of people coming here, innit? All these countries in the Commonwealth, it's not through an agreement, it's through colonial rule, innit?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So you've extracted what you wanted from.
So then people complain and saying that,
because you're the centralized part with most money, most power, whatever.
If you threw that argument at someone that was very anti-immigrant, they're gonna not. They're just gonna stop you at that. They're just gonna stop you there and go, no.
A lot of people
that's not the point. That's not the points I was trying to say.
Well, where they got that accent reach? What you trying to do? People in boxes.
Well, when I see, I might be being judgmental and being what would you call it? What's that one? Not racist. Judgment. You know when you judge somebody.
What?
Judgmental.
Nah, man.
Prejudice.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I might be being prejudiced against a certain type of people.
Right.
But when I see them on the news and that, or spouting their facts about immigrants, they all sound like that.
Fact-fueled hate.
Well, if you look at the town down the road, there used to be a chip shop there. Now it's a curry house. I eat there every Friday. Every Friday I have a night out and that. We have a few beers and go to curry house. But they took over the chippy. You know what I mean? So we got no jobs again. I'm like, okay, come on, lad.
But then what can we really say? Because realistically, all three of us are a byproduct of that movement from one country to another, innit? Like, I'm the result of it, you're the result of it, you're the result of it.
But then there's people like us that are still against it, though. They're against it.
Because they've came and they've seen us
and they're just, this is their country now, isn't it? So they're just
like change, and it's like if you're in a group of friends and then another person comes to the group and the group dynamics change, innit?
Do you think in loads of other countries, like Middle East, China, Asia, South America, you see how they've seen so much tourism, so much immigration, moving it in and out. They're more welcome to it. But then you come to like America and Europe, and they've been in a certain way for so long, and then they get this influx of immigrants and change. Change is what they don't like. Do you think that's why they're like less, what do you call it? Less responsive to it, like less. They don't like it as much. But when you go to Thailand, when I've been to Thailand and you go to India, and they're more likely to just be like, hey, how you doing?
Just calm.
But here you're just
happy to see you.
Yeah. Like it's a bit. I don't know. It's weird.
Do you think this country's more hostile?
Yeah, because I've been around, man. I've been to a lot of places, and I do find this country. For me, I do find some places in this country are very hostile, man. Yeah. Really hostile.
Yeah.
And it's uncomfortable sometimes, really uncomfortable, especially when you hear people saying certain things.
But then could it be, right, where you're travelling to, do you think it could be them parts where they're not as hostile? Because obviously every You could say that. Every place that you go to has got people with that mentality.
No, for sure,
you know
for sure. But I've been to places where off the beaten track when I have been traveling, because I don't just do the tourism track. So I have been to I've been to very rural places where there's no hostels, so I have to stop in like what they called it's like a bed and breakfast guest houses, which are like local guest houses where you're living in some people's houses and that. Like you just stop in there for a night in someone's home, go to their kitchen and eat. Basically, but they're living there. And you're having food and you're having dinner and that. They'll cook you dinner, but you're paying for it, obviously.
Of course.
But you're in their house. It's weird, man.
That's mad.
So like I don't know, maybe because they're poorer, they got no choice but to let us in. But you know what I mean? Like it could be a financial thing, money. But here we don't need them. I didn't want to say it like that, but they don't need us to be here, do they? If you know what I mean? They don't.
They say they don't need you now, but doesn't say that before, innit? Like after World War II and that. Even they're saying it like in this country, they're talking about immigrants and all that, but did they win World War II on their own? No.
Bro,
nah.
Did they rebuild the country?
The Indians helped us win World War II. The Gurkhas helped us win all these wars. You know what I'm saying? If none of them were, all the African soldiers,
You didn't do it on your own. You didn't rebuild the country on your own. And then after the back of that, you just want to say, we don't like immigrants.
Look at the infrastructure of that.
The country, the infrastructure, and the wealth of this country is built off immigration.
Everywhere is.
It's weird.
Fam, do you know
even in America, it's just covered in irony because you're talking about immigration and I think
it's built on immigration.
They're
all immigrants.
You're not indigenous to the land, fam.
You're not indigenous, and you come from all over Europe.
That's what I'm saying.
All these different places, and then you're claiming that land, and you're not letting anybody else in. It doesn't make sense.
It's like what's going on with. Have you seen the things in South Africa at the moment?
Oh no!
Like they want to take back land off white farm owners without no reparations. And then people are saying, and then it gets color.
Yeah, I know. I hate to.
It's always the news as well. Unfortunately,
and like the white people, they were saying, our forefathers built up this land, blah blah blah, and that's not gonna give it back. Obviously, if you're there, you're not gonna give it up without a fight. But the irony regarding it is just weird because I'm thinking, hold on. How did your forefathers get there in the first place? Why doing the same thing to them that are now
doing to you?
Do you know what I'm saying?
But then you gotta feel. Then you've got to look at it in that person's view where that was his forefather. It's nothing to do with him now. So he's lived that life. They've lived that life, not he or she, whatever. And it kind of that's where it gets a bit complicated, isn't it?
Because you wasn't involved in it directly, but then you've reaped the rewards.
I get that. I get that.
Came from it. So if you was a rich farm owner and your forefathers built the wealth from the enslavement of others and the mistreatment of others, with that wealth then, and you then got an open view to say, I know we accumulated it, but I'm going to filter some back this way, or are you just living from it and benefiting from it while they're still suffering?
If they filtered it out, then
same group of people saying, fuck it, we're taking it back. Now you got an issue. So, but fam, you're not even from the land.
You're not from the land.
That's what drives me insane. I think that's my biggest gripe when I see people from Australia, America, all the big immigration-built countries that say you're not allowed in. Like, what? I'm like, we know it wasn't you that did it, but come on, look at history, and you can't
deny it. The facts are there, man. It's stupid.
You just can't stop them.
It's true.
It's mad.
The world we live in, though, and it don't make sense.
But in terms of where we are now, like immigration, I don't have an issue with it because I'm part of it, really. I'm the result of it. Not immigration, but the free movement, innit?
Yeah, man.
These immigrants are coming over, they're fucking working, they're doing the jobs that most people won't do, and they're paying their fucking taxes on top of that, you know what I'm saying?
And hours.
They're paying their taxes. You got all these people sitting around fucking claiming money off hard-working people from taxpayers' money, and they're sitting there, there's no jobs, all the immigrants are taking them. Nah, fam, the immigrants are paying you to stay the fuck at home. You know what I mean?
And put them in give those people that are saying that, let them drive a taxi for a week. Yeah. With the same hours what they're doing. Get them in a fucking into a fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Are they surgeons? Are they doctors? Can they? No. Are they qualified? So what's the problem?
Exactly.
I don't understand the problem.
Then the immigrants that come over here and do that, they're not. But then their descendants will be. But that's hard earned. You know what I mean?
But then,
at the end of the day,
I kind of. I just look at things, and from how it looks is like there's a certain group of people who are talking about immigrants, and they're the kind of group that have been sold like a
false narrative,
false identification of like being British, innit?
Don't you think it's like religion though? Like it's like a religious thing where that belief is in their head, so that nothing else can change that belief, even if it's factual.
Like, to give like a collective identity to people of the nation, or say like, we're white, so whoever's white, like that's our identity together. But we're really, if you break it down, if you was white and poor, how this country treated you was no different to how it treated black people, how it treated
how they treat you now, how they treat them
conditions, worse living conditions, worse jobs, worse schools. But it's that collective identity in it. And still say we're white and British. But hold on, if you're white and British and poor, look over your.
You go to the poor white areas now, because there is poor white areas.
Shit about you.
Exactly. You know that's I think the people do look over that fact as well, where there are poor, like poverty white areas as well. But they're the one, like you just said, for some reason they still they put themselves in that white category where
like
even if they're poor, they're still
like,
with the rich whites, you know. And I'm like, come on,
that's what I'm saying. They seeing it as they're with the rich whites because that.
But the rich whites don't give a shit about you. Like they don't care about you.
Really, you're far removed from there and you're closer to the bottom.
Yeah.
So those people that are in and around you are the ones that you have more in common with. Innit?
Them immigrants are on the same level as you.
Exactly.
Like they're getting treated the same way. Exactly the same way.
You get me?
The same.
Say for example, here, if you live in Wheelie Castle, government don't give a fuck about you. These men all went to Eton and that, you know. These men are all rich kids fighting for power.
Yeah. I've never understood how we keep voting in people that have never lived life. They've never lived. They've never lived. Like I don't
see why we give power to them. Like I'm gonna vote for you. Like why does everyone give power to these people?
What qualifications do they really have? Like I'd love to look at their CV and just
rich kids squabbling for power.
It's mad. It's like that Gove got put. He was the education secretary. He was the health secretary. Like where how can you go from
qualified from going from health to education?
That's why I see it as Conservative Party. They're what they are, isn't it? They're just rich for rich. But then with Labour, like you're rich for poor, but you've never been poor. So it's two sides of the same coin. That's why when everyone was like, Corbyn, blah, blah. I wasn't really on it because he might have said a few things, but it's like he's been in Labour when they've enforced certain policies prior to now, and he said nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I'm not really on this Corbyn as a person.
I'm not on any of them anymore.
As a person, I can see why people like gravitate towards him. But if we're a party, say we're Labour, I'm Corbyn.
But what's gonna happen if he does get? You know what I mean? Nothing's gonna change, man. Nothing's gonna change.
Say we're a party, I'm Corbyn. I want to put some policies into place. It has to get approved by the rest of the party.
Anyway.
So how much control
does he really have? It's like Barack, when Barack got in, change was coming. But what can he do? He has to go to Senate and change things there, and they're going to just say, nah. It just doesn't make sense that if you're in government, if you get into power, if you need someone in house, look for a doctor or someone experienced in that role. If you want someone, get a teacher to do the education, a real teacher.
It's out of touch, and it's not reflective of society. No. So when you look on and you see all these, obviously some may have came through public schooling and that.
Some.
Generally, it's rich kids and that. 27 grand
a year
for school. And
some people have come through public school and still had a good upbringing. Not all of them do go that. So that doesn't really make a difference, man. You know what I mean? You can go to public school. Like I knew some rich kids from when I went to Shenley, man. You know what I mean? Some nice, well-off kids and that.
Man in my form,
yeah, bro.
He was rich. You know what I'm about, innit?
In your form?
Yeah, SA.
Oh yeah.
He was, you know.
Everyone from Shelley knows this.
He was a rich kid.
Nah, yeah, I know. He was better off than most people, innit? Better off. Had a head start, man.
Yeah.
Have you seen that video on YouTube with the head start thing?
Nah, but I don't begrudge people of a head start. Sorry.
Nah, it's alright.
I don't begrudge people of a head start. It's just with that. It's just more of the same. So that's why I sit down every day and I think, man, I look around and man, I'm discouraged and that. Get me? From politics and that. They're like, bruv, I was gonna say we, but like as a collective group of people, like all colours included, whatever. We need our own party, bro. That's what I'm saying. Something that's representative of us, life as working people. Something where you can tackle both sides, innit? Because these men are not in touch.
And people, they think they can't make a difference with that, by doing that. But they can make a difference. Like they don't. It's like they don't know they've got the choice to just, like, when the voting comes, why don't you just sit at? Don't do it. Don't do it.
You can spoil your vote, innit? So you can vote for everyone, which in turn votes for no one.
This is what I'm saying. Just
or
just don't go. Just don't go.
But then by not going is you're anonymous. But if you
true.
To me, what I know is if you spoil the vote, it's saying I know all the options in front of me and none of you are effective. Like I don't vote for none of you in it.
But how would a new party come into right? Like how? Bro, it's mad, innit? It's just like.
What did you like? Look at UKIP, bro.
Yeah, where did they come from?
So it can happen, innit? It can happen.
People starting a party.
People relate to UKIP, you know, because
the inverted introverts party.
Yeah, man.
They give a voice to a group of people that's not heard.
Yeah,
and people.
And that's what that was my big argument with you, like with the Republicans as well, like in like how Trump got in, because the left suppressed that part of
narrative,
that
like
narrative,
making it all sugar-coated.
You sugarcoating, you're politically correcting everybody. You're stopping people from saying what they want to say. You keep pushing to the side, not giving them a voice. So when someone comes into and says, "I'm listening to you," they come out in droves, man. That's what happened in Brexit. That's what happened in Brexit. People are like, "Oh shit, we've
got a voice."
UKIP finally said they're going to help us get out, stop these immigrants. So
they just came in, had a voice of the people. They said how people felt.
Yeah.
That other politicians weren't saying. People like, UKIP and
you were the one.
Yeah.
But these other politicians, they backfired on them. Like Hillary didn't see that coming. Cameron didn't see it coming with Brexit. They were like, "Oh shit, people got a voice." Like you know what I mean?
They underestimated.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Thinking, you get me? That's why it shows people are starting to get their shit together. But
good, the fucking about
time. In terms of a political party, I don't really know how you start one, but we need one that's by the people, for the people.
Yeah, and really, like real.
Like a man who knows what it's like to work 9 to 5, or a man who's done a night shift, fam.
Yeah,
with realistic expectations.
Yeah.
Who's had nothing at one point. You know what? Someone's been broken and understands that.
His bank account said zero one time, bro. You get what I'm saying?
Every month they're in an overdraft. You know what I mean? They're struggling to make. So we need you do.
That's why the people. That's what we need.
Trust me.
Yeah, definitely, man.
But then it's who's gonna come to that forefront, man. It might have to be me, you know.
We got.
I'll vote for you too. Like I said, I'll be your campaign manager.
Otherwise, you know them ones like you want to change, but you know what you'd implement. You know what you'd implement. But you're just waiting for someone to take someone.
You know how bad you get slandered though. A new person trying to come up.
You've got to deal with backlash. You've got to deal with
all the lies and the fake news that'll be coming out, and they'll be trying to find dirt on you. All the things in your past that you've done as a youth. Clean, you know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. You've got to
find someone and nominate them.
If you was a party by the people, for the people,
you're gonna have a record.
You got dirt on you. That makes it more like it's been there. Like it's made
exactly. So if I seen someone,
a real person,
he's been arrested, but you know he's changed. He's learned from his mistakes and he wants to move forward. Or he's done this, he's done that. I'm like, yo, he's real. I relate to that man, but I don't relate to nobody in Eton.
No,
I don't relate. He's always had a big house. He's always had food on the table, like
silver spoon,
good food on silver spoon in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, man's from Eton.
But then
come on, blood.
It's like that centralization of power. They wouldn't allow a man to just get in the fold, but you'd have to
100%.
You need people behind you, innit?
The way to go through it's mad.
Definitely mad, bro.
Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up, lads. It's been a good one.
It was a nice episode without Darren.
Episode 6.
Oh, you forgot about Darren, you know.
Fuck Darren.
No, I'm joking.
Darren, we missed you.
I didn't miss you, Darren. Not one bit.
He's a bastard, isn't he?
It feels weird having no one to my left.
It does. It feels empty because the mic's still there.
Yeah,
it's looking at it.
The remnants of him are still there, but he's not here with it. Like
Darren wasn't here to curb us and calm us down.
I know. Yeah, I think that's why we did better. Now I'm joking. See, Darren might take that to heart, man. Darren, I'm only joking.
Darren's gonna come in and fuck you up now.
I like Darren's view still.
Nah.
I like his interjections on it, but we're out.
Anyway, follow us on Instagram at TIIP podcast. TII podcast.
Catch us on.
Follow me on at Big Brown ____. Follow Lewis at
Cairo Lewis.
can't even remember mine. Any RJT underscore.
Something.
Yeah,
Ricardo.
Follow me at that, and it might be wrong though.
Just go for our friend list.
You'll find him somewhere.
You can watch this on YouTube as well. The Inverted Introverts.
Yeah, man.
Like, share.
And we're going to be on a lot of platforms soon. iTunes, Podbeans, and
come in, man. Pay attention.
Pod things. We're out.
Peace. Soon reach. You get me.
Peace. Love you. Bye.